My name is Muhammad Hamza Ahmad and I'm from class 60. The topic of my speech is ignorance is bliss. Ignorance can be defined as lack of facts or knowledge, the idea that sometimes it's better not to know the truth. It usually isn't viewed as a good thing, but sometimes there may be situations where you're happier not knowing the truth. A common expression used to describe these situations is ignorance is bliss. In 1742, a famous English poet, Thomas Gray, in his poem wrote, "Ignorance is bliss," which further became an idiom. He further wrote, "With ignorance is bliss, 'tis folly to be wise." Now Gray, being a professor, was not against knowledge, but he was just imagining the time of his childhood, when all children feel lighter and carefree and are not subject of hardship to the life of adulthood. This is the right moment when children can claim that ignorance is bliss. Why does one need to be updated on everything happening in this world anyways? I mean, knowledge about certain things is good, and knowing certain things beforehand helps us to avoid those problems. But still, even if we are aware of everything, how can we avoid these problematic things in our life? People want to be updated on any kind of news without knowing its relevance in one's life. In this modern world, where sad news dominates the headlines, knowledge can be an overwhelming cause of distress. So sometimes it's better not to know everything to keep our sanity. Socrates' famous statement, "I only know one thing, that I know nothing," introduces ignorance as a form of wisdom. Its wisdom is rooted deep into the acknowledgement of what one does not know. Sometimes knowledge makes us more like a machine. It makes our thoughts process more selective, and it filters every kind of information according to our own convenience. If we know which things to ignore and which things to know, we can maintain our happiness while still acquiring knowledge. For example, if someone who's trying to start a business, ignorance is bliss for them if they are unaware of the limitations of their strategy, because that ignorance may just be the thing that propels them forward instead of seeing only obstacles. Ignorance may also be bliss when it comes to not knowing how many calories really are in a cheesecake dessert. I mean, it's much easier to enjoy a piece of cake when you don't realize the chunk you're about to bite into has 450 calories or more per serving. Here, a lack of knowledge can make for a guilt-free delight. To conclude, I'd like to say that it's better to be ignorant at times and remain grounded. Ignorance keeps us closer to the facts that matter the most in our day-to-day life. It allows us to live a life outside of fear. It doesn't make us happy, but it does just make our life a little bit easier. Thank you.